All right, everyone. So we just got one of the biggest content updates that we've had in Raid Shadow Legends in quite a while, and that is, of course, patch 1.112. And now that things have kind of started to settle down a little bit, people have explored all the new additions that patch 1.112 has offered in a little bit more detail. People kind of have a general understanding of what the new stuff in the game is at this point. I thought what I would do is take a look at what content we are going to be looking forward to in the future after patch 1.112. What's going to be coming up next for Raid Shadow Legends? Now, we have had a decent amount of teasers and sneak peeks and looks at what is going to be coming up in the future, so I thought I would discuss that in more detail today. So those of you guys who do play Raid Shadow Legends, you guys can know what to look forward to in the coming months or so. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at the roadmap again. Now, we know that the roadmap has not been the most accurate source of information when it comes to what is going to be coming up with the game, especially considering that all of the features on the roadmap were features that we were supposed to get in 2019. And with us now being at the end of November with only 1 month to go, we are officially at the halfway point on the roadmap. That's right, there are 12 things on the roadmap. We have gotten 6 of them, and we have not gotten 6 of them, but this roadmap has been out for many months, and with only 1 month left to go in the year, I think it's pretty safe to say that we are definitely not going to be getting all of the remaining features on the roadmap before 2019. We've also seen a few things that are not on the roadmap introduced into the game, so that's something to keep note of, but it still gives us a general idea. So if you take a look at the roadmap, you have new artifacts, new faction, desktop version, faction wars, glyphs, and platinum tier. Those are all of the things on the roadmap so far that we have indeed gotten in-game as content updates in Raid Shadow Legends. So we are kind of at that halfway point. You can see on the actual roadmap right here, I can't actually put my cursor on the roadmap because it's a layered image on top of the game. But you guys will see it's halfway through, 6 out of 12. And the point at the roadmap that we are at where we have not gotten the new content is starting at the Battle Pass. So we have not gotten the Battle Pass. We have not gotten the Void Tower. We have not gotten the Tag Team Arena, another new faction, new clan boss, and mythical artifact crafting. And the good news is I actually have a few teasers, screenshots, and info about pretty much all of these things except for 2 of them. The only things that I couldn't find any kind of teasers or info about are going to be the Battle Pass and the mythical artifact crafting. Besides that, I have some images, some screenshots, and a bit of discussion on all the other stuff that is on the roadmap, as well as some additional things beyond that. Now, when it comes to the Battle Pass, I did take a further look at this. We don't really know a whole lot. We know what Battle Pass systems are like in other games, and they did actually post on the, I believe it was the official forums by Community Manager Marius, or one of the Plarium employees, that when the Battle Pass system is going to be introduced, they are also working on redoing the character avatar system in the game as well. So there will be more customization with this because character avatars will be one of the rewards from the Battle Pass system. That's the only info that I could end up finding out about that. Now, with that being said, let's jump into some of the other stuff on the roadmap that I do have a little bit more info about. And let's jump into, first of all, something that's not on the roadmap, but something that we do have confirmed as content that is going to be coming up in Raid Shadow Legends very soon. We are actually, at the time of me making this video, it is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you. A little side note as well is make sure to get the quick few little gifts from Plarium for free. They will expire in 7 days. They handed out a few chickens to all of us, so thank you, Plarium, for those. But we do have some information that there is indeed going to be another holiday-related event or fusion. Now, this was posted by Community Manager Cyrilla in the Discord server. We will definitely have something special in the game for the New Year's and Christmas, but I can't confirm or deny that the Nicholas fusion will be coming back. So this is something a lot of people have been asking about because last year for Christmas they did have a fusion event for Sir Nicholas, but the problem is last year at this point the game wasn't really very well known. I believe it was actually still in soft launch, or it was only available in certain regions. I know it wasn't until around the time that I actually started playing in April where the game was a lot more widespread. But people who did play the game before last year were actually able to fuse Sir Nicholas through a holiday fusion. And Sir Nicholas is one of the most powerful champions in the game. He is a very rare, very hard to get Void champion. I'm actually incredibly lucky that I already have him. He was my first legendary champion in the game. And a lot of people are wondering to themselves, will we have another opportunity to fuse him because he is so powerful? A lot of people want to know and see if that's going to be on the agenda and on the calendar of things to look forward to. So we don't know if the Sir Nicholas fusion is going to be coming back, but we do know that there is going to be some more holiday-related events and fusions. My guess is if it's not going to be the Sir Nicholas fusion, it's probably going to be structured very similar to how we saw the Harvest Track fusion and how we saw the Braccus fusion, where we have a fusion, we have like a little roadmap, an in-game calendar of all the different events, a bunch of champions that you're going to need for the fusions, including rares that you'll get from smaller events, epics that you'll get from the larger events, and it'll be mixed in with a whole bunch of other little events and then big events like a big champion training. It'll probably be pretty similar to that, but this is speculation. This is what we know so far, is there is a holiday event coming up. We don't know if it's going to be Sir Nicholas, and my little comment is, again, just speculation, but that's what I think it's going to end up being like. So that is something that we know that is going to be coming up really, really soon. So we can definitely look forward to more holiday events and or another fusion. Now, something else, we're getting back into the actual roadmap. This is indeed on the roadmap. Of course, we had the Dwarves faction, but there is going to be another faction coming up as well. And I actually do have some images, some teasers, some screenshots. Now, if you're wondering where these images are going to be coming from, this is actually a teaser of the new faction, and it actually had the caption. So the caption for this image is "Get ready for Asia." Now, I know that might be a little bit strange, but the context behind this is that a lot of these images, screenshots, teasers, whatever you want to call them, were actually in a presentation by Aristocrat, which is the parent company of Plarium, which of course makes Raid Shadow Legends. Now, this is a presentation at an expo in Las Vegas where they are mostly highlighting their gambling related type stuff like slot machines and other apps that they have that are more focused on gambling. I know that's a little bit funny considering I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends, which is pretty heavily focused on gambling, but I'm talking about gambling in terms of money and that sort of stuff. So the kind of information that they presented with Raid Shadow Legends, it still gives us a first glance at some of the stuff to look forward to, but it's definitely not in much detail. They really did dumb things down a lot to the point to try to get people who don't play mobile games or any kind of games in general to really understand what it's all about. So that was the caption for this image. There is going to be a new faction coming up. It is on the roadmap. And once again, get ready for Asia. All right, next up on the list is going to be the Void Tower. This is something that we actually have access to in-game. It's just that you can't actually do anything with it right now. It's this right here, hidden. That is the Void Tower. So a lot of people are predicting that it's going to be like a system where you climb certain levels, you get rewards. Maybe it has a monthly reset system. A lot of games have systems very similar to this, so we have a little bit of an idea of what to expect. Of course, Plarium could do Plarium things like they have done in the past and completely change it up and have it be something that we definitely don't expect, but that's what a lot of people are kind of anticipating that it's going to be like. Now, again, there are some screenshots and images and teasers of this, and once again, it is going to be from that presentation. Nothing really too crazy, just looks like an image of one of the possible boss fights. One thing that you can pick up from this image is that there are 5 team members, so it looks like you'll be able to bring in 5 champions and not 4. And once again, the Void Tower is indeed going to be on the roadmap, and it's not the next thing, it's the thing after, so it's right after Battle Pass. So hopefully we're going to be getting the Void Tower sometime in the near future. Probably not 2019, unfortunately, but hopefully sometime in the next couple of months or so. So that's going to be next up on the list of possible content that we could be getting soon. Now, next up is going to be the 3v3 Tag Team Arena, which is separate from the Battle Pass. Now, we do have a couple of screenshots and teasers for the 3v3 Tag Team Arena, and that is going to be this right here. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about this. I think this could be really cool if they implemented it the right way, but there's a lot that you can really think of when it comes to these screenshots. It looks like it's going to be 3 separate areas right now, just based off of the bottom screenshot. Looks like it's going to be 4 champions versus 4 champions, which I'm a little bit confused about. Again, this is just really going to be a first glance, so really hard to take away a whole lot from just a couple of images. Maybe they're still working out the details of this. I really don't know, but this is something else that we can be looking forward to. And again, these are also taken from that same presentation in Las Vegas to people who really aren't going to be as familiar with the game. So maybe these images are just kind of layered out in a way that, you know, might not actually be representative of what the 3v3 tag team arena is going to be like when it actually comes out in game. So kind of hard to say at this point. This is all still very, very early info. Alright, next up is something that I know a lot of people have definitely been looking forward to, and that is a new clan boss. That's right, there is a whole new clan boss, and we're not just talking about a new difficulty if you end up going to the clan boss. I'm not talking about, you know, super ultra nightmare or anything like that. I mean an entirely new clan boss itself, and there is a conceptual image of what this is supposed to look like. Let's see, right here. There it is. Now, obviously, this is just kind of a concept artwork. As you can see, it's like a Hydra-type boss with multiple heads. Very cool. Reminds me of Tiamat. Maybe that's actually what the boss will be, but definitely looking forward to this. Looking forward to the rewards, how the battle is going to play out, how the mini-bosses or the sub-boss mechanics are going to work. And I'm really hoping that even though this is not until the very end of the roadmap, I'm hoping that Plarium finds a way to do this right, and it's actually going to be really, really cool, because already at a first glance, it looks cool, so I'm kind of hoping that that stays true. So that's going to end up being next up on the list. And finally, the last thing is we don't actually have images for this, and this was just kind of talk among the community managers and a few Plarium employees in the Discord server a very long time ago. I'm not too sure if you guys have noticed, but even after the 1.112 update that we got with the Nightmare campaign, we still don't have a level cap increase. The level cap has been 60 ever since the game came out, which is a little bit strange. I really thought that after this update they would increase the level cap to 70, especially considering that many months ago some of the community managers and Plarium employees were indeed talking about in the Discord server how they do have plans to increase the level cap to at a minimum 70, and they said that they might even be looking forward to increasing it further than that and kind of offering a system where it doesn't feel like your levels are going to waste. So whether that means they're going to increase it to a crazy number like 99, or whether there's just going to be a separate leveling system so that your account experience doesn't feel like it goes to waste, or if they're just going to go with the simplest option and increase it to level 70, that is somewhere in the back of, some department in Plarium, somewhere they are planning on increasing the level cap. We just don't really know any more info about it. It's not on the roadmap. It's a bit more unofficial. We haven't really had any kind of official teasers about it. It was just a couple of the community managers talking about it in the Discord. But I know for me, somebody who's been at level 60 for a really long time, that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to a little bit, because every time I run stuff, it feels like the experience goes at least a little bit to waste. But I don't know, maybe it's just a little thing. If you guys are looking forward to a level cap increase to get some extra rewards, let me know in the comments section. But that's going to be it for all the different little teasers and content sneak peeks that I have for you guys for now. Who knows when we are actually going to be getting these things in Raid Shadow Legends. It could still end up being a while, especially considering how long the 2019 roadmap has taken us to get to the halfway point. But now at least you guys have a little bit of an understanding of what is going to be coming up next after patch 1.112 in Raid Shadow Legends. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thank you everyone for all the support. Over 21,500 subscribers. A huge thank you, everyone. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to help out and toss a quick like, it only takes a quarter of a second, so thank you to all of you guys to do that. And of course, if you're interested in more Raid Shadow Legends videos, guides, tutorials, news announcements, videos like this, I have over 70 Raid Shadow Legends videos on the channel, so feel free to check them out. They might also be in the suggested videos, and of course, they should be popping up on the screen right about now. So if not, have a fantastic day, everyone. Take care, and until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.